Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk About It.
Welcome back.
I have a good guest in the building. Her name goes by the
Lala.
We're here to talk about polygamous relationships. As you know who I am, my name is Rico, and we're going to expand upon a little bit about that. But stay tuned, baby. Let's talk about it.
You got something to say? Let's talk about it. Feel some type of way? Let's talk about it. How you living today? Let's talk about it. You wanna talk about it? Let's talk about it. Got something to say? Let's talk about it. Feel some type of way? Let's talk about it. How you living today?
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk About It.
Welcome back.
As I said, Lala's in the building.
Lala.
Tell them a little about yourself, Lala.
Well, I'm a model. You know, you can follow me on Instagram at queen.lala____. I know it's a lot, but you know, I model for a couple different clothing lines, 2 music videos coming out, but right now, that's it with me. I just
She doing big things over here.
kinda.
See, you tied it up too.
Oh, hell you. You already know.
How many tattoos you have?
I lost count.
Really?
After my neck and
This one is
my
dope as hell.
face.
I don't know if y'all can see this right here.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. Does that shit hurt?
No, honestly, the outlining hurt, but the shading got me.
Yeah,
I
only got one tat. I couldn't figure out what else to get, but I'm boring as hell. But
yeah,
definitely tied up. But listen, so the topic today is pretty much polygamous relationships. I want to talk a little bit about that. I have never been in one, but I heard you have.
I have.
And for the people out there, they always curious about being in a polygamous relationship. If it's a good thing, if it's fun, if it's too crazy, or they're gonna look that different. Like, I want you to little expand upon that. Like, is this something that you've done? Is something that you like? Is something that you'll do again? Is something that you're currently doing? No, give me a little insight on.
Right now, I'm currently single, but I have been in a polygamous relationship, and I am totally down for it. I would do it again, personally. I'm not in the relationship anymore because there are some ups and downs. I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy. Everybody thinks, they want to claim the man in the relationship. If it's 2 females and a man, which is the one that I was in, they want to claim that man. Don't mess with my man. I'll be the one to bring it to you. So if he's texting one of you more than the other, don't take offense. You know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is. Like, it's a 3-way relationship. You can't get mad if he tells her that he's going to the dealership and he didn't tell you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just petty stuff.
So let me ask you a question, because I know the viewers probably want to know. First thing is, how did it ever start? Like, that's the biggest question. They always want to know, like, how the hell does a polygamous relationship start? Like how does it even come upon? Like who started it up, or how did it become a grain? Like, it's a crazy moment, drunk night. Like, how did it start?
Right, and you know what? I get that question a lot. Basically, listen. I don't care what you say. Every woman likes women. It's just a worldwide fact. You can't tell me that you're a woman and you don't look at another girl's, behind when she walked by. You can't tell me that you don't and you don't check her out, because I know you do. Because I do. And I know all my friends do, even the straight ones. Like, every woman likes a woman. And you know what? If you're with a partner or you're seeing somebody and both of you feel the same way about a certain female, like, this chick is really dope. Like, I really like her vibe. I really get along with her. I could see her vibing with us, and then it becomes like, okay, let's test out the waters, and you chill a little bit and you get to feel out this girl and see if she's worth it first. See if she's not no crazy, But then, if everything goes good and you both like the vibe, you dig into it. And honestly, it's a great experience. It really is. I think it's beautiful. It was a beautiful experience for me at first, but you know, I would definitely do it again, hands down.
So
It's nothing to be ashamed of either. You know,
that's
a lot of people.
That's what a lot of people probably think. Like, oh man, I'm gonna look that different. I'm gonna look that crazy. I cannot bring this to my family. Different things of that nature. So, I mean, I want you to let them know, like, you know what I mean, like your experience. Like, and she's telling you off of raw experience. It's not like she's telling you because it sounds good. She's telling you because she actually experienced it before. So, the fact that like. So, alright. So it started out. I want to get the little backdrop. So it started out with you and a guy first, or you and a girl first? Okay.
Yes.
So it was you.
It started out with me and a guy.
Okay.
And we thought, like I said, that this girl fit our vibe. Mm-hmm. We thought that she went perfectly along with what we had going.
Right. So before that even came about, before you were seeing the girl.
Did
y'all talk about it? Exactly.
Yes,
like, how did that conversation come about?
We did talk about it, and we talked about it because the fact that I am bisexual.
Clap it up, clap it up.
So
like them girls, I like them girls.
So it came up in conversation because I am bisexual, and I explained to him getting into, you know, the relationship that I do like women, and maybe a couple years down the line I would like to experience a threesome because I'm like me a taste of some, you know.
Yeah. Hey, it's not a syndication. You can say it.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I like the taste of some pussy, and that's just what it is. And I like to have sex with women. I feel like it's more passionate than it is with men. I feel like there's a lot more emotion involved with sex with women. So therefore, as long as I know my man is my man, I'm not gonna care about a threesome. But then we got in the conversation about a three-way relationship, and I was just totally down with it from the get.
Wait, so did y'all have the threesome first before you got into the relationship? No, so you had threesome after discussing the three-way relationship?
Yes,
really?
Yes, because we had decided that what's the point of having useless threesomes when we can just find somebody that we connect with on the same level that we do with each other. And we could just share that experience with them. You know what I mean? Instead of doing it with a million people.
Right.
So we tested the waters, we did everything we did, and it worked out at first.
Wait. So I don't want to jump. I want them to slowly go through the whole process with you because I want them to envision it. So y'all talked about it. Cool. Y'all both agreed on a three-way relationship. Now, how do you go about finding that woman? Like, did you stumble upon her in the club? Or was you walking down the street? Did y'all actually look for it, or y'all wait for her to come to y'all? How did that come about?
We waited for her to come to us.
Okay.
We figured, you know how they say in every relationship, if you go looking for love, exactly, you'll find the wrong things. You gotta let love find you. So therefore, we waited until we just ran into something mysterious happened, and somebody came into our life. We let her find us, and she found us, and it was actually at.
That's all right.
Yes, it was actually at a photo shoot that I was at, and I vibed with her so well. And I was just like, I love this girl's personality. I vibe with her so well, and I know he will too.
Right.
So then I brought her around him. I let him, get to meet her. The three of us hung out a lot. She was down with it. She was a sexy ass model.
Yeah.
Oh, she was so bad.
So how did the conversation come with? I never even know your conversation. How did the conversation come with her?
With her,
even to agree to do something like that.
Okay, so the conversation with her.
Just in case y'all want to take tips and shit.
Yeah, the conversation with her actually occurred between the three of us. Both of us together had asked her, what are your thoughts? Because there's no peer pressure. There's no, we want you to do this, and there's, you know what I mean? Everybody's grown, and we make our own decisions, and some people aren't down with it. Some people aren't used to it. They're not comfortable with it. But it's okay. It's really okay. It's nothing to look down on. It's nothing to look, People might look at you in the mall while the three of you are holding hands or something, but half the time they might think you gay or something. I don't even know. So you just don't even pay in mind. So, you know, you have fun with it, you know, and as long as the three of you know what it is, nobody else matters. Nobody else matters. And the conversation with her occurred in my car. The three of us sat there, and we had brought it up to her. We said, what do you think about, you know, a 3-year relationship? And she contemplated it for a second. She really did. She contemplated it for a second. But then she was like, to be honest, I've never tried it. Mm-hmm. It was her first experience. She had never tried it before. So, therefore, I, just like I am to you guys now, explained to her, you know, what my experience with women is, you know, passionate sex, and how, you know, she can have the best of both worlds. And
I heard that, right?
Yeah.
Just in case you want to try it, you know what I mean? That's what you gotta look forward to.
I kind of went into detail, you know, with my experience with women, and you know, the women that I've had sex with, and toys, and the explanation that now if you have sex with a woman, you don't need toys. You know, you have a whole nother bond with a man that you can share with somebody, and that is just beautiful. The fact that 3 people can share a love like that, it's just completely amazing. And she was just listening to me, and she was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it.
Yeah. She done sold her. She done gave that motherfucking speech.
Yeah, I sold her, and she did it. And let me tell you, she was good time.
Yeah.
She was good. I had to teach her, but she was good.
So obviously she was nervous in the beginning. Did it take her, like, did she figure it out that she wants to do it within that first conversation, or did she come a couple days, or was
No, she figured it out in that first conversation.
Oh, yeah?
I convinced her right away. She was like, you know what? I never did it before. It's something different. It's something that I can try. If I don't like it, I can always opt out.
Right.
You know, it's not something I'm permanently stuck with. We're not 3-way married.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, she can step out at any point if, you know, she feels uncomfortable at any point. You know what I mean? I explained to her the experience that I've had with women. So I think that she was interested and intrigued in having sex with a woman, since she never did it before. And I've had that.
So I was actually, has she ever done it with a
Yeah,
woman
no.
before? Wow.
And you know, I found my experience. I have had sex with a lot of women, and most of the women that I've had sex with, it was their first time.
Mm. Yeah,
and most of them were my friends, and you know, they were my friends. Our vibe was so strong, and they knew I was bisexual, and they were curious, and I was like, I can teach you, and that's how it started. And then next thing you know, your best friend's obsessed with you, and you gotta like go MIA on her ass. So it's like, what you gonna do?
Yeah, people going crazy, huh?
But you know, it must be the double tongue ring.
Show them the double tongue ring. Hey, you got that close up on that one. But nah, that's what I was pretty much curious about. I'm like, because me, I have done threesome before. I never thought about being in a 3-way relationship. It's been brought up, not about a woman, just regular discussion and stuff like that. But I didn't see it on Instagram. I didn't see it on Facebook. I didn't see people in relationships that have 2 wives, married, and stuff like that, and non-cultural thing. Just because they like, fuck it, why not? You know what I mean? And I always wondered, like, because you know, women have a tendency to be, not just women, but jealousy thing too. Like, they may be jealous of each other.
That was where my problem occurred in the relationship. I was the jealous one.
We got to take them through these steps. Hold up. So, all right, before we get to that step, now the question is this: how long were y'all dealing with each other before? The first question is, how good was it? Like, was it like a great experience? Was it like it was alright?
The 3-way relationship?
Yeah, in the beginning.
In the beginning, it was fantastic. It was like a dream come true. I'm sorry, but I'm used to being just, you know, the lady in the relationship, and I was with him first, like I had said. So I'm used to doing his laundry, his dishes, folding his clothes, grocery shopping by myself, and for once, I had somebody to do it with. Somebody to goof around with and do laundry with. And I had somebody to come with me to the grocery store and pick out groceries with me, he wouldn't do that.
Right.
It wasn't his interest.
Yeah, most guys.
Most guys, exactly. So it was beautiful. I had everything I wanted. I had a best friend that I could fuck whenever I wanted with my man, and it was love all around. It was just so intense and just fiery, and it was great at first. But then I became a little jealous because of how beautiful she was. And I think the problem was that I fell too much in love with her, that I was getting a little jealous of their contact. I didn't really want him talking to her as much as I wanted to talk to her.
So you started falling more in love with her than actually him, in a sense.
Yeah. So I got a little possessive over her.
I'm gonna make you stay with me and be mad if you don't. Girlfriend.
Which, became an issue, and, obviously it starts to cause tension in the home, and everybody feels it. You know what I mean? There's no way you can. It's just all in the air. So basically, the relationship ended because of my jealousy issues, and I didn't even go on with him after that. So.
Did you keep trying to mess with her after that?
I still am in contact with her.
I have a feeling that didn't end. This is from the story alone, you know what I mean?
I am still in contact with her, but we keep it to a minimal, because we know it's past history there, and I don't know, sometimes the past is better off left in the past, but everything happens for a reason, and I think that polygamous relationships are great. I think that there's nothing wrong with them. I've experienced it. I've had people look at me at the mall. You just laugh. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It's what you have. It's the bond the three of you share. That's what matters. Just don't get overly obsessive over one another. That's the only issue that can occur.
That's what I actually too. I'm gonna have to give you your props, because usually women do not admit that they were wrong, or they were the ones that fucked up. They're like, yeah, he did this, or he did this, or she did this. You actually admitted that you wasn't the one that was overly,
I was. And you know what? It's because we're all grown here, and I'm here to talk about my experience, and I'm not here to lie to you guys. I'm here to give you my experience. And I'm not gonna say, oh, he did this. No, I got possessive, it was on me. I know I messed it up, but, lessons learned.
How long was it going for?
It was going on for about 5 months.
5 months, okay. And are they still doing each
No,
other? Oh, okay,
she blocked him off everything.
So everybody just...
She really had interest in me off the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
But because I was with him, she was like, you know what, it was something different, I'll try it, whatever.
Right.
So, but I'm still in contact with her. We still follow each other on everything. She still likes my pictures, and I'm not gonna give her name out, but
Everybody probably like, yeah, what's the Instagram name? Let me cover this shit down real quick. See mad search, you gonna see mad new pop up.
Just know she's a baddie, okay?
No, I need to ask you too. I know probably always.
She is a melanin beauty. Oh, let me just tell you.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. People probably want to know. What national are you? They probably they throwing off. They probably look in the camera. What the fuck is she? Who is she? What those?
I am actually Indian and Italian, and that's what most people, they think I'm Asian of some sorts because my eyes are almond shaped. I guess that's the Indian in me. I really don't know, but I'm Italian and Indian, y'all.
That's interesting, man. You don't hear that shit too often, if ever. So,
so I have some native in me, but this curly hair is like my great grandma Italian side. Hopefully it'll get passed off to my kids one day.
I hear that. So now, alright, so you experienced that, you let them know exactly pretty much your story and how that came about. Now the next question is this. you did get possessive with the last relationship. Now, if you do it again, are you gonna do something different and not get possessive, or you don't think you control that aspect?
Yes, I would definitely do something different. If I got into another, relationship, I would definitely do things differently because I see the way that I acted. I was younger. I was more immature. I wasn't, but everything happens for a reason. Lessons learned, life experiences, you know what I mean? So I would definitely not get possessive either way, over the man or the woman, because it's gonna do nothing but cause tension in the household. It's gonna do nothing besides cause tension between the three of you. You're not gonna have sex as much. It's gonna be like the three of you are going crazy in a nut house, and you don't want that. So don't get possessive, just share the love. Just appreciate what you have and while you have it. And don't let it go to waste. Having sex with another woman and, a man that you love is beautiful. It really is, because it's just something that nobody experiences because they're scared or they feel like they'll be judged. Like we said.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest aspect to a lot of women, especially women, because guys don't give a fuck. Guys love that shit.
Guys are like,
fantasy.
you down for a three-way relationship?
Sign me up, motherfucker. Why sign my name that? But nah.
I've been told that I'm like the perfect female because I believe in the three-way relationships.
Exactly. So guys love it, but women are
very skeptical.
Yeah, because they don't want to be judged. They don't.
Exactly.
But a lot of them don't want to be judged. They're like, damn, if I do this, he's gonna think I'm this kind of girl. He's not gonna take me serious. Especially that aspect too. Like, he's not gonna. How can you take somebody serious that share your man? But a lot of women don't look at it like this. It's like teach his own. It's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Just like threesome's not for everybody. Just like relationships not for everybody. Like, if that's what you like, do this shit. Fuck what everybody think. You know what I mean? Just do it. Like, with some Nike shit.
If you're bisexual and you have a boyfriend, I would definitely discuss it because it could literally save your relationship. Like, you will feel amazing. He'll feel amazing. Trust me, he will. He'll feel like he's a king.
That I can agree. Like, I know that makes shit. If I feel like that way with a threesome, I can imagine in an actual relationship, anytime I come home, I can just roll over this way, and then I roll over this way, kissing both. Like, hey, y'all know what time it is.
Like, you come home and you have two ladies in big tees and panties cooking in the kitchen. You walk home from work. It's just the perfect scene. It's just amazing.
That sounds.
And you know what? I get to go over, smack that ass, and then he could come over and smack that ass, and you know what?
That shit sounded good. What the fuck I signed up for that shit? Where I go to sign up for that? Nah, that's another thing too. Like, say if you are in a relationship with two different people, say for example, she give me attitude. Like, she give me attitude. Listen, I go right to my other wife and chop it up with her. Gotta take her attitude, she get over it. Then we be back at it again. But at the end of the day, it's like
because at the end of the day, the bond that women share, we can calm each other down. Any woman knows that you call your best friend when you want to get calmed down. That's gonna be the love of your life. You're gonna go to her to calm down. She's gonna come to you. So y'all will calm each other down, and the tension will be diffused. But just like I said, don't get possessive. That's the only issue that happens in these relationships. And like I said, like you said as well, Rico, some people aren't comfortable with threesomes. They're not comfortable with even sex with a woman. That's fine. That's completely fine. Like, nothing against it at all.
Yeah, we're not telling you to go out and do it. We're telling you if that's what you want to do, fuck what everybody else thinks.
Yeah, I mean, if it's something you want to experience, I had a great time. And I mean, I'm sure you will too. It's the experience of a lifetime. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, and the purpose of this video is pretty much to let y'all know, like if that's what you want to do it, and not just that, to hear somebody that experienced it before. So just in case you do have questions or you want to know how it came about, or was she nervous, was she not nervous, was she scared, was it the best sex of her life, was it not the best sex of her life, was it
how
crazy?
To ask her.
Yeah, well, that's like pretty much we want to give you a little insight.
That's the most thing that people find scary in relationships. If they are looking for a third mate, they think, okay, how do we find one? How do we ask them to be, a third partner? You know, so I'm pretty sure I went over that, you know. Everybody's different. Some people will take to it less kindly than my lovely Melanin Beauty did. But, you know, it's how I went about it. I mean, you take it step by step. That's all you gotta do. Take it step by step. Figure out what you want, what your partner wants, what you both want. It'll come to you. Everything happens for a reason in life.
Now, I was gonna ask you a question too. Was y'all all living together?
Yes.
Yeah, I was living together. Okay. Was you living with him before? Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Cool. And then one child.
She moved in. Yes, she did.
Okay.
She moved in probably about a month into the relationship.
That should sound dope. I ain't gonna lie. It sounds dope. I don't know how much longevity
And she had
has
a car. We all had cars. It was great.
So,
We could go like grocery shopping. We could do a million errands at once. It was absolutely fantastic.
okay. Now I want to swing back to the show. I want to get a little more in depth with the polygamous relationship aspect. Not just the sexual aspect, but more so the relationship part. Now, because you've been in one before, and it didn't work out, but doesn't mean everyone won't work out.
Right.
Now, what happens when it gets to the point where you, the male and the woman, actually sustain a long relationship? And would you ever think about getting married with the person?
Of course
married
I
with
would.
them?
Of course I would. That sounds like the perfect marriage to me. What? I get to wake up in the morning and sometimes I don't even have to cook breakfast. Oh my God, it sounds perfect. Oh my God, and I get to wake up to a woman in my bed and a man, and we have kids, you know, whether we adopt, we have one kid, you know, each way, however it goes, however it works out. I would definitely do it. I would definitely marry a woman and a man.
Okay. Now, next question is, I know some people worry about what people think. What about the family aspect in terms of like, with your family, for and against it, when it's supporting you do, or is it more a thing like most families, they be like, yeah, that's.
Oh, you trying to get deep?
Yeah, you got to. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people like this, when they go that first step, some people do the sexual aspect, which is obviously the most fun part. But now, say they indulge and it gets a little deeper than they thought, and they start falling in love with each other.
Yeah.
Now, what are you
you
gonna do? Are you ready to?
explain to mom and dad? Okay, so basically, my mom. I know a lot of parents are religious, you know, things like that. I understand. My mother is an atheist. It happens to be that way. You know, my mother has certain beliefs, and that's just her. I'm Buddhist. You know, my father is Catholic. My brother's Catholic. We all believe in our own God. You know what I'm saying? So, my father, he didn't have a problem with it. As long as I'm happy, and as long as the man and the woman in the relationship have a job, are working, making money, paying rent, going in on groceries, and doing what they have to get by, you know, they're doing what they have to. That's all my parents care about. My mother doesn't care if I'm with a woman, a man, a woman and a man, as long as they are stable. As long as they can hold their own, be independent. That's what you have to look for in a person, if they're stable. You know, you don't want to be with somebody who has a new job every 2 months because they can't keep one. That's not stable. You know, if you're planning on marrying and having kids, you need somebody who is good, you know, is gonna be there.
Right.
You know, but explaining to mom and dad, you know, everybody's different. If you're Catholic, it might be a little harder. I'm not gonna lie to you. It might be a little harder, but your parents love you. They gave birth to you, and they love you. They will stand by you regardless of who you are. Hopefully, because that is what you parents usually should do.
Right.
You know?
Because I mean, as a male, of course, like I said, that's a dream come true. Niggas, shit, you get two.
But what's your
women,
mom say about it?
That's a different kind of experience, you know what I mean? So, like, obviously, I'll be for it. I think I'll be for it. Like, I'm thinking, like, of course, the society wants you as husband and wife. That's it. Boom. That's how society wants it. But fuck
because
society.
that's what it's made out to be.
Exactly.
But it doesn't have to be that
correct,
way.
Correct. So, and Ben and I would taking a different approach. Obviously, I'm gonna get judged, but I kind of don't care about the judge aspect from strangers because I don't give a fuck about strangers. Keep up with
Exactly.
close people that's close to me, friends, family. But at that same time,
well, your homeboys will be like, yo,
I want to be like, how the fuck you do that shit, son? Give me that shit. Write that book, Steve Harvey.
They got friends.
Shit, you think my shorty be down for that shit? Now I think about it, I'm like, that'd be. I always, once I seen that actually on Instagram and Facebook, I'm like, yo, that's dope. Like, but now I don't think I'm worried about so much of what the family gotta say. I'm worried about if I do have kids, right? How are they gonna explain to their teachers or students? Like, who's that coming? That's my mom. That's my mom. My mom. My dad. You know what I mean?
You know what?
That's the only thing, because I want to make it. You know, it ain't just about your happiness and your fun. It's about, you don't want to make it too confusing for the kids, because at the end of the day, they have to grow up and they have to indulge or feel that. You know what I mean? Like, or try to explain that or being that get made fun of, even though it's not something made fun of. But you know what I mean? So that's the only thing that I might have you a little reluctant. Of course, I would love it because I'm a guy. What guy ain't gonna want shit too wild and they both down and the shit is shit. But it's just the aspect of once you do, say you do get married and y'all get married, now it's like when you have a kid, it's like now you have to want. They gotta understand it. You don't want them to grow up a little confused, not knowing what's going on. Then once they understand it, they gotta be able to tell everybody else, because their friends will be like, hey, but that's your mom and dad, but who's that lady? That's my mom too. How you have two moms? Exactly. So they're gonna be like, and they're gonna be like 6 years old, 3 years, 5 years trying to explain it. It's like, do I want to put my kids in that precarious position, or is it one of the things that just society would change within time?
So let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it. See, you
All right. Let's talk about that. So basically, how personally, this is just me speaking from personal experience and my personal beliefs, okay? Everybody has their own thought process and everything understood. My aspect on that situation would be, as they're growing up, they're obviously gonna see, these people only have 2 parents. Why do I have 3? It's gonna be a question that your kids will ask you. And all you have to do is not lie to them. Tell them the truth. So that way, they don't look stupid their whole life, telling lies that you told them or whatever to keep from hurting them. Tell them, say, mommy and mommy love each other and mommy and mommy love daddy. And we are a family.
I don't have friends. I got family.
This is how, we're not like every other family. We're a little bit different. And you might get asked a lot of questions growing up. But it doesn't matter what people think, because we all love you. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. So my personal opinion is, don't lie to your child. Tell your child what I just said, explain to them the situation. You have 2 mommies and you have a daddy. Like you said, picking them up from school, it'll be normal. Like, that's my dad. Everybody will know that's your dad. You'll have 2 moms and that'll be kind of hard to explain. But at the end of the day, love is love. You can't control it. It's in all of us. You can't explain it. And your child will know that all 3 of you love them. And all 3 of you take care of them. And that's all your child will care about. And that's just coming from my personal heart and experience. Because I have, in my past relationship, we have thought about having a child, or even adopting one. Which would be even crazier to explain. You got adopted into a family of two moms.
Should I explain that? So I go to, so by the way, wouldn't adopt the children, but we have it's 3 of us. 3 of us. You mean 3? Yes, but
it's not the norm. But you know what? If you're willing to experience it for yourself, try it out. I say go for it, because I might have had a possessive problem over, my woman, but that won't always happen. Lessons are learned, and I will never possess either one, the man or the woman in the relationship ever again.
So, actually another question too, something that just popped in my head, which the audience might want to know is,
right,
who pleased you better sexually?
The woman.
The woman. Dang, I didn't get to finish saying. God damn. Then fellas don't get no love, huh?
You know what?
Is
I had said
is it
before.
the passion thing? What is it?
Yes. Like I had said before, sex with women is just so much more passionate. It's more
Sensual.
It's more, like it's just so much more emotion in it. Guys, it's just like they ram you from the back and they trying to bust a nut.
See, you messing with the wrong guys. Every guy ain't no ram. But I hate what you're trying to say, though.
That's just my experience. I like having sex with women better than I do with men, and I've had sex with more women than I have with men.
So we're not getting we're not getting the credit that we deserve because we didn't have enough guys. That's the thing. You know what I mean? So
there's been enough guys. They just all were.
So
not good.
So
toxic.
Another question too is, I'm thinking all these juicy questions that pop in my head now. As you having sex with both, right?
Right.
Women, me, because I had threesomes, women can go forever. Yeah, so they keep no. Obviously, as men, shit, we could maybe bust once, maybe even twice. But we ain't going 4, 5, 6 times, not in a row wise, at least not keep nothing after nothing. If you do that shit, then you a robot. But
honestly, what I think, again, personally, I think that it is unfair to the man in the relationship to continue having sex.
That's what I was gonna ask.
After he busts as many nuts as he can. Because then he starts to feel offended. You know what I mean? As women, you just gotta understand that men, they have an ego. And they have a certain standard that they like to live up to in their own fantasy world.
Ain't no fantasy, goddammit.
So my personal advice to you is, after the 3 of you have experienced, your sexual satisfactions, end it at that. There's no need for the women, to keep going after the guys just sitting there looking at y'all like.
The funny part is we haven't even spoken about that. The fact that she was right on point before I even said that. That's exactly what I was gonna ask her. I was gonna ask her because I've done a threesome before, and I know I can go.
Because women can nut multiple times. Guys can't produce that much.
Exactly.
And it's kind of not fair. So
I didn't been in a spot where I know I perform. I give them the business, then I third. But as a man, actually I lasted way longer than I thought. I did 2 different times. Now when it came time I done nutted, I went to the bathroom, wiped my shit off, come back, they still going. So I'm like, okay, so got my shit back.
Have been or not?
So I got my shit back good again, went again, but then went back again, wipe it off, come back, they still going. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm like, I keep going. Fuck am I doing? I'm just watching and she hit it right on the money. As a man, I know I did my thing.
It's a pride thing.
Yeah,
ladies, you gotta understand, even though you might want to keep going, some people have that sexual, drive where they want to just keep going all night. Men can't do that. They physically cannot produce that much to, they need to sleep, take a nap or something.
Put that motherfucker back up.
Right.
Put these sperm cells back up. One sperm cell, 2 sperm cells.
So as a man, don't hurt his ego, because that will also cause tension in the relationship, and you don't want that.
Another thing too is, like she said, if you keep going, a dude is gonna feel some kind of way. He might not approach you right then and there while you're doing it, but he definitely pull your ass to the side yo.
He's gonna say it maybe A week later. You don't even know.
Shit, I said that shit the same night, but later I'm like, yo, you know we was done, right? Like, you want to keep going? Like, we done. Like, no, but I mean, no, we done. Like, as a man, it's like if I'm done, we done. Like, it's not being a selfish thing, but it's like you can go forever. So it's like, why the fuck I'm gonna sit here and watch it?
It's just being
now it just looks like you just that beats the purpose of a threesome, or it beats the purpose of it being a
if you
group
can't
thing.
all enjoy it together, there's no point in having it.
There you go. She said it. She been through it. I ain't been through the relationship part, but I've been through the threesome part and the foursome part. You just, as a man, you want to be like, yeah, I did my thing. Yeah, all laying aside.
A man wants to lay back and feel good, like he pleased both of his women. He doesn't want to sit there and feel like he didn't please his women because they're still going at it at 5 in the morning, and he's sitting there like, I fell asleep.
At 3:30, I was done.
Right,
I woke up, niggas still doing this. I was like, what the fuck? Like, didn't I just do my thing like 2 hours ago? Y'all niggas still making the buzz sounds like, yo. So as a guy, and I'm speaking only from the male perspective because I did a threesome and I did a foursome, is like there's no way we want you to keep going. Like she said it's a pride thing. Like once I bust your ass and I bust her ass, or we all do it together. I want to lay down. It's over. We can lay down and talk about it, joke about it,
go to sleep. In the morning when we wake up, then we can get it popping again. You feel me?
There you go. And that's what it's mad funny because I was thinking about it in my head, like, yo, I was gonna ask her about once he's done, y'all keep going. Because I want to know if it's a female thing. Some females, but obviously you experienced it. But a lot of women don't know experience, so the fact that you're telling them
honestly, it's just a common courtesy. As a woman, you know men can't last that long. You know they can't produce that much. You know they can go maybe like 3-4 rounds and that's like max. You know what I mean? And you just notice each time it gets a littler and littler amount. Like, you know what I mean? Come on. So at the end of the day, it's kind of a common courtesy. You know that he can't last until 6 in the morning if you're a nymphomaniac and you want to fuck for 7 hours. You know what I mean? Like, it's just go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and start over again. There's no need for all of that.
So that same rules apply in the actual relationship part too, as well?
Yes, in the relationship as well as being married.
Okay.
Because you don't want that tension anywhere in the households. Married, engaged, relationship, anything.
So another question too that comes to mind. Now, because you're in a relationship, through a relationship, right?
Right.
Do you have sex without him ever?
No, never.
That's what I know. So that I know.
Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I did have sex with her in the morning when he went to work, because we would wake up at the same time and he'd be gone and we'd both be, a little bit horny and we'd want to get off. So,
I want to get off.
But we didn't tell him. So that's secret. But now,
secret's out.
Secret's
It
out.
was a secret until today. So now you know, big bro. So now,
Yeah, now you know, big bro.
No, that's what I was wondering. I was like, do you have sex without him? And so if he doesn't know, you do it.
If he finds out, he will be pissed because it's like it's another pride thing with a man. He will feel as though you guys don't need him.
Exactly. Damn, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
In the whole cylinder.
He will feel like you don't need him. Like, what's the point of me being here if you guys can just please each other? You know what I mean? It'll hurt his pride again. So if you do it, don't let him find out.
Oh, she gave me that tip. Y'all do it. Tell me, goddammit. So nah, it's true though. Like the fact that she's saying like is a pride thing. He'll feel some kind of way. As she's saying, I'm thinking in my head like, if I was fucking with 2 shorties and they did it without me, I would feel some kind of way. I ain't gonna lie. And probably in the beginning.
Any man would.
But if they taping and recording it, then I might have to watch it, But and that's a whole that's another story.
And that's probably not even gonna be a thing because you're not gonna want him to find out, so you're not gonna record it.
Yeah. But nah, my thing is this. I feel like I got a lot of insight on the topic when it comes to the relationship aspect, having kids, getting married, also the sexual aspect of who you more into and stuff like that.
But that's just me personally. A lot of women in polygamous relationships, they will like their man better than the woman. And sometimes the jealousy works the other way. Sometimes the woman gets jealous that the man is getting more attention than from the other woman. You can't let that bother you. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are little petty things that you can't let stand in the way of your love. You can't. Because nothing can stop it, you know? It's just a vibe.
Good day. So listen, with that being said, I want to thank y'all for tuning into the show.
Right.
I hope y'all got a lot of insight on polygamous relationships and how they come about, how they are, how you could might have a future with them, may not. And if you ever think about having a future, she's giving you the insight of how it is, you know what I mean? Pretty much like from the sexual aspect all the way to marriage, all the way to kids. Hope you got enough insight. And if you haven't, I want y'all to do me a favor and make sure y'all comment the post. As soon as I post this, comment it and let me know if you have a question for her, because obviously she's experienced.
I told you my Instagram name. You can always
shoot me that post.
My public account, you know.
Or definitely
DM me.
Let's talk about it, because we both be on that.
Right.
DM me on that. Not even DM me. I want you to make it public. If you're not scared to, be shy to ask a question. If you are, then DM me. But
don't be shy.
Definitely
please.
Post the question. If you have a question for her, post it on mine and at her. And let's talk about it. And like I said, stay tuned, baby. This is a dope topic. It might even be a part 2, because this is something that a lot of people
There'll
ask about.
definitely be a part 2.
Yeah. It's something that a lot of people asked about polygamous relationships, because it literally is
a lot of people are interested in it, and you know what? I'm happy that I can help and explain a little bit of what I've been through with you guys, because that means a lot to me. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are very judgmental, and I understand that. But if it's something you're looking into, I hope I helped you. I hope my experiences maybe gave you a little bit of reconsideration if you maybe thought about not doing it. But yeah. Thank you, Rico, for having me on.
All day. You already know what time it is. Listen, thanks for tuning in for Let's Talk About It. We out, baby.
We out.
You got something to say? Let's talk about it. Feel some type of way? Let's talk about it. How you living today? Let's talk about it. You wanna talk about it? Let's talk about it. Got something to say? Let's talk about it. Feel some type of way? Let's talk about it. How you living today? Let's talk about it. You wanna talk about it? Let's talk about it. Now that we all here, know I'm all ears. But first, let me say welcome. This podcast, the best look. Topics on point like Westbrook. Feel the heat in the kitchen, let the chef cook. Up conversation for the mind, body, spirit. Truth and lies for you to decipher when you hear it. Buzz grown like produce on some farm shit. Plus the people keep it funky like musty armpits. Got something on your mind, let's talk about it. We ain't gonna tiptoe or walk around it. Rockin' with the 2 hosts, Rico and Lorena Bobbitt. AKA Spicy Nugget, gonna keep it 100. Whether private or public, you gon' love it. Big BI affairs on small business budgets. They let it all hang out with no resentment. It's therapeutic when you exercise the First Amendment. You got something to say? Let's talk about it. Feel some type of way? Let's talk about it. How you living today? Let's talk about it. You wanna talk about it? Let's talk about it. Got something to say? Let's talk about it. Feel some type of way? Let's talk about it. How you living today?